what is touching? Do we? I'm beginning to talk now. Like you are out of marriage, but now you are getting closer to another relationship. Many today they secure their relationship by having sex, not deny the men sex because they believe that okay, fine. If there is no sex, they may not be able to keep this man because some actually run into it because if I don't have sex with this man, he may go and have it with another person, then I will lose this man. This is what we're talking about. So what is purity? How do we avoid those things? How do we handle those things as a born-again Christian? That's what we're talking about. As a born-again Christian, how do we handle it? Is it possible? Is it doable? Is it shut up?
No, I said yes.
Yes, I'm just putting, you know. So please open up. Open up.
It's doable, Pastor, but I don't believe we are still living in an era where the men are the issue. I think it goes both sides.
When I'm saying that, I'm saying it both sides. You understand me? Don't know the man, is it? Man, you know, the wife, the lady might actually, I've seen a situation whereby the lady who is actually saying, no, he needs to, if he doesn't ask for this, he doesn't love me. You understand me? So, you're dating for like 2 years, the man is not asking for sex, we think maybe no, probably it could be something is going on here. How possible? You understand me?
I don't think you can date for 2 years without having the discussion. I mean, I think you have the discussion on what it is that you want to do. You can bring your side and say, look, this is what I prefer, right? And I'd be upfront and be honest that if it's not for you, rather walk away, because I don't want a situation where you are misleading me and you say you're okay with it, but you know that you're going to be busy somewhere else. The 2 years is, I think it's too long to go on with that. It's a topic probably that's going to be visited quite a few times within the time frame. It's not going to be a once-off and we stop talking about it. It's going to be a topic I believe will be revisited a number of times within the relationship.
So the question is, you elaborate more. You haven't answered the question. Yes, let's hear you.
For me, purity, it goes hand in hand with self-control. Because like the Bible says that we need to show the fruits of the Spirit, of which self-control is one of them. And I want to go back again to the Bible that we should not be conformed to the standards of this world. Why am I saying so? Secular people who don't know Christ, they believe that when you date, you must sleep. And I believe that you can date without sleeping. But again, do not subject yourself to temptation. I cannot say I'm dating this guy and I don't want to sleep with him, yet I'm visiting him in his house. Because that is room for temptation. I mean, number one, we have to be open here. It's not that we are virgins. It's something that we know. We know that when we are with a man, the minute he touches you, you will press some buttons.
Yeah. Touching, that's really, yes.
Touching,
yes.
Kissing, let me be. You will kiss.
This
cuddling.
is where we stopped last time. We are talking about this. So we're starting from there. You are in there. Yeah. Touching, kissing.
Touching, kissing, cuddling. They are all arousing the feelings that will lead to the deed. So, if you are a Christian woman, I believe that if you want to date, to put yourself pure, rather you meet with, you always take my sister along to meet with somebody. I've got to know this man. So if we go
not every conversation your sister should listen to.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I think going to a public area and you speak, and one thing that I have realized, men are not like us women. If a man wants to date, it's obvious he should be financially ready and he should be looking.
Condition of dating.
No, I'm saying in our age, like me.
Yes.
Yes.
The age. Yeah.
We are not kids here.
Of course.
So
yes.
If somebody approaches me or any of you ladies here, they should be coming with the intention of marrying you. And if somebody is prepared, he can't date you for 2 years without proposing to you. I have seen instances, it has happened to me. It's just that there were spirits that were fighting against me. But a man, 3 months is enough for them to know if they really want to marry you, they want to make you their wife, or they want to make you a trophy to go attend the social gatherings to show you off.
So that you sit beside him.
Yes, you sit beside him, you know you are glamorous because the wife is at home. Because if you can date somebody for over 2 years or 10 years, for instance, one day you will wake up, you'll find him marrying somebody they just met. So he just doesn't love you. So walk away while you can.
Hallelujah. I want to pick some things. Please be open. That's the reason why we are here. In a situation whereby the man actually proposed within 3 months, as you say, I take it from what you say, and he proposed 3 months, and he said he want to marry you because maybe you have been. Don't you believe that he can actually push for that because he sees you are a Christian? He wouldn't have sex with you. You wouldn't agree that until he married, and he got married to you, and he still go outside to do the same thing.
No, not really, Pastor. Because when they meet us, sometimes the Christian part doesn't come. But 3 months, a person will know.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you there. Where is it that the Christian part hasn't come?
No, I'm saying if somebody approaches me now, they just see a sister.
They don't see Christian?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably, and normally somebody who will say they love you, it must be somebody who has watched you
From afar.
From afar. They've been following you. They know that I like the qualities that I see.
It could be a colleague who sees you every day.
Yes, or
the
somebody.
neighbor, or through a friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they are checking your mannerisms. And they see that, hey, I think I like the qualities of this woman. She is wife material, you understand? But by the time he comes to you, he already has
He has done his
information.
work.
Yes, he's done his own work. So let's leave the Christian part first.
Okay, that is the part I want us to not leave.
I'm saying first, why am I saying so?
Okay.
Because the guy has already done his homework. And by the time he comes, he knows, he has heard from your friends that this one is a no-nonsense taker, he's a Christian, blah, blah, blah. So he has intentions about you when he's coming to confront you. It's not that he's just coming
All right.
to the dark.
That leads me to another question. Having intention that no, this one is perfect and everything, that means he has looked at you. Yes, you can have your seat here that no, this is my wife. But by him approaching you, how will you know that this person actually is genuine?
Okay, number one, the genuine part, you might not know a person is genuine, they might deceive you. But what we check, are we compatible with this person? Because you must talk.
I think I'm the only one talking about. What are we talking about? When we talk about compatibility, what are you really looking at? What are the things you are looking at in somebody? No, we are compatible. No, I think we are compatible.
I love church.
Yes.
He loves maybe clubbing.
Yes.
Number one,
Doesn't go together.
We don't go together. We are just talking about our likes and dislikes. Then I must see that will I cope with this person? Will I cope with this person? But if I see that there's just so many differences, why do we have to even
Go together.
Yes, because I would there when we are discussing that one. If I say I like going to church, he likes clubbing. There the trouble will come because he will want to take me clubbing. I've never been to the club. I don't like the club.
All right. I'm going to let you say something. In a situation like that, Mama, I throw it to you. In a situation like that, whereby you see somebody who actually, based on what she said, there's no compatibility. You cannot go together, but the love is there. You know, you may not see, it's not a Christian as you are, it's not as pure as you are, but there is love. Won't you move in and say, oh, fine, maybe it will change?
No, throw them away. Because it's the truth.
I want the reality here.
You can
I'm coming. Let's hear her.
That's the perception. That's what we would like to do, but in reality,
Yes.
it's not that.
Yes.
Effect.
Yes.
I think in my opinion, probably I would try the relationship and see.
Like give a room to see and see how it
sort of,
goes.
Take a few, go on a few days,
Steps,
get
yes.
to know this person. I think you can get a lot out of people's, just conversing with them. It's amazing when you chat to somebody, topics come
It's
up.
actually ignorant of what.
Besides that, but I mean, you'll talk about a lot of things, right? And topics are triggered by different things. You could be sitting and the news come up, you start talking politics, then you start finding out where this person stands as far as politics. Another topic might come up about, hey, have you heard of this pastor in this church? That's how you
Getting to know
get
him.
you get to know each other. Whatever comes, no matter how much I like a person, depending on what comes out of their mouth, that could quickly switch me off. That could quickly cut off whatever I thought I felt. I could simply change my mind in that moment about how I feel about that person, understanding that we are
You're
not
talking
on the
about
same
your
page.
personality now. Are you
Yes.
addressing it?
It's
It must be different from everybody.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
same thing as engaging a man who I may not know is married at that time. But the moment I find out there's a wife, it's like, look.
Even if the love is there.
No, Pastor, but
No, we're just asking. Even though you've now
you wanna
developed
have-
love.
For me, I think it's
And he
important.
says this, quote, he says, don't worry, I'm divorcing my wife. I'm getting it.
Pastor, we've had that one too many times.
Eh?
Too many times.
Eh? It's a trap.
We've had it too many times. Divorcing.
So now, don't worry, I'm just busy processing the divorce now.
He's a liar.
Some
He's
minutes.
lying.
Some minutes. What about if it's not lying and the divorce is why?
You must go divorce first. You must
And the divorce
finalize
is why because of you.
He shouldn't.
You ran away.
Okay, let me talk about myself first.
Yeah.
Because it happened when I was still married to Stanislaus Van. When he was proposing ladies outside, he used to tell the ladies that he is divorcing me.
Yeah.
And the way he would put it, because one lady confided in me when she finally met me. This lady was working at Foshini,
Yes.
the Foshini that used to be at Sankedia.
Yeah.
So this one day, I'm passing there with Tembi, so he was on his bike. When he was still
Small.
5 years, he was on his bike. This lady stops me. She says hi, I say hi. And then she says, are you Tembiso's mother? I said, yes. Then she says to me, oh, you're so beautiful. So I'm like, why would a woman say,
Admiring you?
yeah, why
Okay.
is she admiring me?
Something is.
Then I said, oh, thank you. Then she now asked me, where is Mzansi? Yes. I said, no, he left me together. He left me with the
Trying to
paper.
confirm. Why do you quickly say he left you?
No, because we
Because
are no
she
longer
wasn't a
taking
friend.
years.
No, the one who's
I
actually
don't
is a
know.
stranger.
That time I was mixed up. That's how I was.
I see that word coming from bitterness.
Yes, I just said he has left me. Then this lady now answered me, you know what? It's good for you that that man left. I said, why? Then she said, you see, that man, he was also proposing me. And have you ever stayed in Soweto? I said, it's long time. I've been always been here. Then this lady said, that man was not faithful. He was proposing me. He told me how ugly you are, the way we are bent, the whole body, saying many things. That man is wicked. You understand? Then I was shocked. So if a man comes to you and say it's just a strategy to get you when they're saying they're divorcing, they might not divorce. And he did not even go with that lady. He went with another woman. And it was just so many things happening, and I'm sure he was saying the same things, because ladies will come and knock
At the door.
At the door. And
Looking for him.
Yes. When I opened this lady, the way she gave me a dirty look, she never even said a word to me. She asked the boy, somebody who can't even speak properly, where is your father? You see? So that's why I'm saying, if a man lies that way, you must not even try that man, because
if he does that to you, even if he leaves the wife,
yeah,
he's
he
going
will
to do
still
the same thing
To another.
Yes.
Do it to you too. You're not safe.
So is it only a story? Is it only women that been afflicted in this area, or men is also having the same problem, facing from the lady?
99%, yeah, it's women.
It's a woman thing.
Yeah.
You
Let me
plus
say there are men who are also suffering, but it's 1% out of 100%. Yes.
So we are talking about purity, Mama, in relationship. Why are we discussing that? Because we once married. Some of us are not married. But we that have experienced it before, that we are no more in it, now we still want to get married, we want to go back to marriage. Hallelujah. The loneliness is a spirit. The Bible did not talk about remarriage. Are you ready now? It didn't say about it. It didn't say divorce and marry another person. The only way you can actually marry is when a husband is diseased, death of one of the spouse died. That is where you can. God bless you.
What happens if
Is unfaithful. If you
more than one occasion, Pastor, I'm not talking about
yes,
once, I'm sorry.
if it is unfaithful, you can separate her from that man. Are you hearing me now? And begin to pray. You are not allowed to get married. Did you see that? You know. But when you now married, the same Bible says if you know you are burning passion. You understand? Burning passion is that you cannot stay without a man. Instead of you going around, get married. So what the Bible was trying to say, it does not support divorce. The Bible is totally against divorce. But if it has happened and one need to get married, the Bible is not against it. But what we have to do is that how do we now get a genuine person? You understand? How do we go into a relationship and we don't experience same thing we experienced in the first one? I've seen many in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, the same story. You understand now? So how do we avoid that? How do we avoid that? You may say you are a Christian, you always fall as a trap to somebody who is not a Christian. It is not only the person who is at fault, the way actually check ourselves. Many a times you're looking at somebody, you, what about you? You understand? What about you? What did you do too as well? And many of us today, we run out of marriage because we couldn't cope there anymore. But after we get into another place we thought it's better, we began to look back. Oh, I believe, you understand? My first man is actually still better than this second man. I've seen a situation, I've met many people before, and today's situation whereby they couldn't go back anymore. So can says hold a man to marry a woman?
Can hold demons.
Huh?
Not a man.
I say can one use says? I'm not seeing that lady talking to me. This cameraman is blocking me. You said something?
You cannot hold a man by sex.
Okay, tell us the reason why. Because many a times people are using sex to secure their marriage, to secure their relationship. You understand? I'm thinking that when they allow sex, they hold the man. So we want to hear you.
Men know
Let's
what
listen
they
to her.
want. If he wants sex from you, he's going to get sex from you. If he wants sex from sister, he's going to get it from you.
Yes.
Men, please forgive me to use this language.
Yes.
I read this wrong language. Men will say, men nowadays they will say, no, I've tasted cabbage. I want to taste sweet potato.
Yes.
And that's their mentality. That is what is going on.
So you are saying that the sex cannot be the reason why you can't use sex to retain.
For sex for women is another story apart from men. A sex is an attachment from women's perspective. But
From
for
women?
men, yes.
From women's perspective,
Women mostly we get attached after having a sex. That's when
you
we get
play
attached.
the woman bond with that man.
Yes.
You believe that no, I'm home. I'm
No, it's
finding
not
the
that you
peace.
believe.
I want to know what you mean by
But I
attachment.
think what
I was expecting people to ask some questions.
What she's saying is that more often than not, for men can have sex and get up and leave you there.
And forget about
Yeah,
whether they have ever met the person.
Women, though I know it's possible.
It
for women,
remains
it's
a
very
record.
Rare. And anyway, for women, in order for me to sleep with someone, there must be some form of attraction. There must be
Yes,
an
yes,
intention to
yes.
it. But for a man, it could be his only intention and what he's looking
And
for
go.
is to leave. To sleep with me and to go. And for women, it's not like that. Even I believe, even if it starts like that, you're thinking, oh, nothing is going to happen. We tend to develop feelings thereafter.
For the man.
What we think is feelings, it's attachment. For especially if it happens on more than one occasion. So men can go in and they will do what they have to do and sweep the floor and clean it all. Just the goal of getting into bed with you.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. I know you only use another term, sweep the floor, do all those things. They pretend to get what they want. They can give you whatever you say you are looking for, but they know what they're looking for in their heart. Looking at that, let's say I'm a man, all I'm looking for is a sex. And it began, what you are looking for, what you need, your list of to do, I meet up everything. Don't worry, this one is taken care of. Don't worry, this one is taken care of. What is women thinking at that stage?
You think this is a nice man, but an outsider will tell you, no, if this man can do this, perfect everything, how many women can he perfect everything? How many women can he do that to? Because if someone can come to a woman and be perfect in everything, clean, all the stuff, you don't go with that person everywhere they go. You're just one person in the line of people they meet. And this person.
That's how all relationships are.
No, but relationships are between two imperfect people.
Yeah, of
now,
course.
if one person is too perfect at the beginning,
you are divided. We're not talking about perfection. No. We're talking about.
Yes, I'm talking about perfection in terms of
put it this way. Forgive me. Women is like a recessive. Men is dominant. Men is in a position of authority. We see that right from the beginning, and we are all trained that way. That men must give to women. No woman, unless you want to buy the man, we start a relation with the woman and begin to pump up money to that man. Did you get it? You are a woman, you want to date a man, and you begin to entice that man with money. Meaning, the man will look at you, this one has lost. He was just buying me out. His relationship has started wrongly. It's not starting well. You understand? Now, if the man is now being genuine, is well to do, whatever you needed is meeting up. Let's remove the issue of too much wish. But whatever you ask this man, he can supply. He's always there. You understand? To give you those things you want. To the woman nature, you say, I found home. Am I right? I think I find home. Because why? It's a man. Your breakfast is supplied before you think of lunch is there already. Dinner is actually there. It's actually telling you what are you going to eat tomorrow morning. Every woman will come down and say, no. That's what I'm saying. How do you know as a woman that this love is genuine? Because it's supplied, it becomes like God. Supply all the need now. That's what I'm saying. How do you know? This is a genuine. Because if your friend comes to intersect that and say, be careful, you say no. This is an enemy of progress. That's the measure. You may know, and you pick up that no, this one. Yes?
I think it's not supposed to be
Being destroyed. I will being destroyed. Whatever situation, that marriage that is facing marriage, that have been fighting marriage from the root of her, be destroyed. Let's begin to pray. With marriage. Marriage stands. Marriage is building a house. Yes, begin to pray. Whatever that hinder man to get married, whatever that hinder want to get married, let those hindrances, every evil altars that either want to go into marriage, to go into relationship, that causes men to dupe women, that causes women to dupe men, begin to revoke it. Whatever altars, every evil altar fighting marriage, where are you from? I rebuke you now. Wherever evil altars that are fighting marriage, the spirit of anger, the spirit of wickedness, the spirit of poverty, the spirit of lying, the spirit of deceitfulness, what you are looking for, begin to say, Lord, I command restoration in my relationship. Begin to pray. Ask God, restore. Every delay be broken. Call for restoration. Let the Lord restore. Are you here? Your marriage has not been smooth anymore. It has not been happy as you thought, as you wanted to be. Begin to call for restoration. I declare restoration in my marriage. I declare restoration in my home. I declare restoration in my home. Begin to declare restoration. Begin to declare restoration. Begin to declare restoration. It's not of restoration. A revival of God in the name of Jesus. A revival of God. A revival of unity. A revival. You need mighty name we pray. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen.
I see your marriage going stronger.
Amen.
I see love in your marriage going stronger.
Amen.
Love in your relationship going stronger.
Amen.
That wicked one is a failure. He will forever fail in your marriage. Satan will forever fail in your marriage.
Amen.
You are a winner. Satan is a failure.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for taking ownership of our relationship and our marriage. Our home is blessed.
Amen.
I say our home is blessed.
Amen.
Our children are blessed.
Amen.
Our husband are blessed.
Amen.
Our wife are blessed.
Amen.
Our community is blessed.
Amen.
It's our nation. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Holy Spirit. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen.
Before we go, I want you to continue to bless your marriage from today. Every day you sleep and wake up, say, Lord, bless this home. Don't forget that word. When you are saying bless this home, you are saying your wife is blessed, your husband is blessed. Oh Lord, bless this home. Bless my relationship. Bless my house, home. Bless my marriage. May the Lord bless you all. We pray for those food that we are going to eat. The provider, may he be blessed. The one who make it, may she be blessed. We ask, oh God, for you to bless the food. May your name be glorified. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen.
Greet your neighbor, yes? Greet another family. Say, it is well with your family. Greet another family, say, it is well. Greet another neighbor, say, I will witness your wedding.
I will witness your wedding.
Go. Are you still going to wedding? But I shall witness your wedding. 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 Invite me, I will be there.